Hello everybody, my name is Ilya.
And my name is Tyler. Together we make up kovray, a couple that loves to play board games.
And we just got haircuts.
Yay, haircuts!
So this is our Check It Out series where we showcase various board games to you in hopes of inspiring you to try a new game or two. And this week we're looking at Nidavellir.
Check it out. Nidavellir.
Our pronunciation could be very off, so apologies in advance.
Yeah.
We're doing our best.
Well, this is Nidavellir. It's designed by Serge Laget and illustrated by Jean-Marie Minguez. And basically, the story behind this game is that Fafnir the Ruthless, this giant flappy dragon thing that you can see on the board game cover right there, has awoken and escaped and freed himself, and he's basically here to cause terror and take back what used to be his. And you are taking the role as a recruiter. You're essentially trying to recruit the best heroes out there by going through taverns and finding out who is the best combination of heroes to have by your side in order to take down Fafnir.
Ooh. Well, let's give you a quick overview of how to play. You'll begin by setting up. You'll give each player an individual board and 5 basic coins. You'll then place the 3 taverns at the center of the table and place the hero holders on the sides, placing all the heroes available to obtain throughout the game. You'll prepare the royal treasure board as seen here, and then draw the age 1 heroes based on your player count in each of the taverns. The game takes place during 2 ages, which vary in turns depending on your player count. Now each of the turns begins with the dwarves entering all of the taverns. Each player will then bid simultaneously for each of the taverns. Now it's time to reveal the bids. Tavern by tavern, you'll reveal the bids simultaneously. Now starting with the highest bid, each player will take 1 dwarf from each of the taverns. By the end of the turn, each player will have 3 cards.
If at any time you played your 0 coin for a bid, you'll be able to swap in for a new coin. The way you do this is you take the 2 remaining coins in your pocket and you add them together. You take the largest one from that, replace it with that sum, and you're ready to go to the next bid or to the next round.
Now the goal for the game is to collect various dwarves of each of the categories to score the highest bravery score. Now if at any time you collected 5 of the unique ranks, you also get a hero card, which you can choose from the listed ones here. Each of them has a color or a symbol, so you'll add them to the corresponding column, matching that color or symbol. But if they're neutral, you'll put them to the left in the neutral area zone, like the Dwarf brothers.
You'll continue collecting dwarves until all age 1 cards have run out, and then it's time for troop evaluation. You'll count how many ranks you have of each of the unique 5 classes, and whoever has the most in each of the ranks will get a unique bonus for age 2.
You'll then set up for age 2 by using the age 2 cards and keep playing. You'll notice that your coin values will continue to grow as you begin to swap your lower scoring coins for higher by merging them as the game progresses, which makes your bids even more exciting. When the age 2 cards run out, it is the end of the game and it is time to score.
So the first way to score points is to determine the bravery value of each of the classes. Now, like we said before, there are 5 different classes indicated by either a symbol or a color.
When scoring the warriors, you'll look at the bravery value of each of the ranks and add them up. Now, the player with the most ranks will also get their highest coin added to their bravery value score for the warriors.
Hunters and blacksmiths are scored relatively the same. They're a mathematical sequence. Hunters are scored in squares. So you take the number of ranks that you have and square that number. Blacksmiths are scored in a sequence. So you'll take the number of blacksmith ranks that you have and associate it with this column that they've created for you and score that many points. Conveniently, the hunter also has that column, so if you're not that familiar with your square roots, you've got a chart there for you.
Now miners are interesting because their bravery value is equal to the sum of the bravery points multiplied by the number of ranks. So looking at this example, this would be the bravery value.
Now for the last class, Explorers. their bravery value is equal to the sum of their bravery points.
Now let's not forget about the neutral heroes that you can score as well, which will be scored additionally depending on the heroes that you recruited.
And the last piece of information you need to know for scoring is you'll score the total value of your gold coins.
Tally up all the points and the player with the most wins. Sounds like Fafnir the Ruthless is in trouble.
So, what do you think?
I love this game. It's one of those games that it does not look like it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yeah, if you handed me this box, I'd be like,
Even like the
okay.
back of the box, even taking everything out, like I feel like until you play the game, it's one of those, I definitely judged the box by its cover, and I thought this would be more of like a war game, like gather your armies, go into battle. But it's essentially like a really clever crafting coin game that and a bidding game. So it's really interesting, set collection. I really like this game. It plays quickly. It's so much fun. I can go on further.
I mean, the theme is still there. Like, you're recruiting an army, essentially, to fight Fafnir, this little dragon. Probably not little,
Big dragon.
But you get the point. And it's cool because the story is still there, and the game is a lot different than you would expect because, again, like Ilya said, it is a set collection game. And it's got a lot of math combos behind it that
I love math combos.
We just, are obsessed with.
Yeah, it's true. It definitely left, as soon as we played it the first time, like, we have to play this more. And it plays generally quick, too, that it doesn't, it seems like it'd be a longer game. But, yeah, this is one of those, I think this game wins the award for me where it's completely different than what I expected.
Yeah, it's definitely a surprising game. It's a lot of fun. I really like the concept of the coin merging because you always have 5 coins, which doesn't seem like a lot and makes you kind of worry about whether or not you're going to be able to outbid your opponents. But you have to like strategically place that 0 bid so you can combine the proper coins and then get that 25, which is the highest coin that you can get, but also be able to outbid your opponents so that you can get the cards that you want.
And it is really nice because if you get the 25 coin earlier,
you always win.
You basically can always win one of the ones that you want to win. So there's some that are very contentious that everybody will want to win. But then maybe you double cross them and think, well, since everyone's going to go for this one, maybe I'll bid high on another. So there's a lot of layers to that as well, which makes it really exciting. Because it definitely leaves you to think, and because there's only 3 areas you're bidding for, it's not like overly complex, which is nice too. I can go on and on of all the good things about this game. It's just incredibly well done. Yeah,
the last thing I'll say is I'm not usually a fan of bidding games. 100%, like that is probably the brand or theme of or mechanic of games.
No, mechanic.
Genre, yeah. Mechanic of game that I usually veer away from, and for some reason, Nidavellir just, I'm like completely, not ignorant of it, but I completely ignore the fact that it has a bidding aspect in it.
No, you gotta embrace the fact that it has a bidding aspect.
No, there's just, it doesn't feel like bidding to me. It feels very different, and it is just bidding. But anyways.
It definitely feels like bidding to me because there's times where you've stolen the card that I've wanted.
Ilya has started to steal my complete strategy.
Tyler only has one strategy.
I don't have one strategy. He thinks I only have one strategy, and he tried taking it away from me a couple times, and I was just like, once.
Well, why should you check out Nidavellir?
Well, if you like dwarves, if you're looking for a game that kind of like Lord of the Rings-ish, this is what it reminds me of. It reminds me of The Hobbit.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a game and you like those types of themes, then this game is probably right down your alley. It's not too complex, so it's pretty easy to teach, pretty quick to play. It's a lot of fun, for us at least. We've had a lot of fun with it. And
the presentation of the coins is really neat because you get to put them in this little tray, and it's pretty and it's very appealing to the eye. As well, it's a nice little set collection game if you like set collections. If you like games that score really high, this is a game where you're going to score 200, 300, potentially even 400 points. So if that makes you happy, this is definitely a game to watch out for. And yeah, it's a great little game. It has great table presence, can wow your friends.
Props to the educational aspect to this because scoring and like planning ahead to get those right scores I think is very prominent in this game. You really need to math your way to victory. And yeah, it's just been a joy to play. But why shouldn't people check this one out?
Well, if you don't like math and don't want anything to do with math, then this may not be a game for you. Because a lot of the times here you'll want to use math skills to kind of add things up. So if you're not doing that, you probably won't have as much of a good time.
Yeah, and this game is a lot of punch for what you actually end up doing. So if you're looking for a game that's like as simple as it seems, then Nidavellir is, I don't think that is Nidavellir. I think you have to be able to like think quickly on your feet. You do have to be able to do that fast math, and it's got this essence of strategically thinking like far ahead, because you have to be able to like plan for when you're going to get the 5 different ranks, when you're going to combine your coins, how you're going to efficiently get to the right number of coins, because you could miss out on getting your 25 coin if you're not fast enough, and you might not even be able to math right by getting to it, kind of thing. So there's the efficiency path that you have to be willing to go on to, and if that's not your jam, then Nidavellir might not be yours.
And there's that luck element as well with the cards. Well, actually, I wouldn't even say it's luck. I think it's that competition. Like, if you really want a green card and everyone is just outbidding you for any time a green card comes up and you get frustrated because you can't get your heroes, and you can see that that's something that you will not enjoy in this game, then maybe this game isn't for you as well.
Yeah, it lends itself to that adaptation piece where you can't always be going for what everybody else is going for, and you really have to adjust for it. So if that and bidding games aren't necessarily your thing, I say that with a caveat of what I mentioned before, but if bidding games are not really your thing, then Nidavellir might not be something you're interested in. But overall, what do we think?
This game is in the heroes.
Yeah.
Your strategy is definitely going to be dependent on the heroes that you take and how you navigate around that. It's so replayable. It's super fun. We've played it many a times now, and I feel like everyone we introduced it to had a really good time with it. Although I feel like a lot of people had that first reaction of like, what is this and why am I playing this?
Yeah,
but as soon as they played it, they're like, what? Let's play it again, and it was really exciting. So.
Yeah, my brother didn't want to play it because he thought it was like a build your army, fight the opponent, or fight your opponent, and that's not the case with this game.
No.
So,
Wild Hearts will steal each other's thunder as you recruit armies that are better than your opponents, and steal Tyler's strategies.
Yeah, rude.
Now, for the question of the day.
Which class of dwarf would you be in Nidavellir? I'll remind you what they are. They're warriors, hunters, miners, blacksmiths, and explorers.
Or would you be neutral?
What does that mean? What would you be?
I'd be an explorer.
Yeah,
I like exploring.
I think mine is just, I would just be the miners or the hunters. I think the miners is my favorite way to score points.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you'd be in the mines all day.
It'd be fun. You're a dwarf. You love that kind of stuff.
That sounds like stereotyping to me.
Have you watched The Hobbit? Well, let us know your answer down below, and let us know if you've played this game. What do you think about it? What did you like? What did you not like? Anything. We love interacting with you folks, and comments are just one way to do that.
It's also a game that you can check out on Board Game Arena, so hit that. We'll link it down below and make it easier for you to try it out and have some fun. Now, if you enjoy our video, give us a like, give us that thumbs up. Well, it's a
Same
thumbs
thing.
Up. Subscribe to us and comment because we love chatting with you, and we hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Exactly. But until next time, this is us checking out. Bye!